Hey guys, JT here with just a quick, I guess, my thoughts on tonight's fight, the Conor or Mayweather and Conor McGregor fight. It's give or take. I mean, I just figured I would go ahead and put this out. This is just my 2 cents. You guys take it as you will or as you want. But basically, this is a big controversial fight. It is because of two reasons. It is a race fight in a lot of ways. Regardless of what anybody says, it is a race fight. It is kind of white against black, and I hate to say it like that. I like both fighters. I like Mayweather. He's undefeated. I mean, he does do a lot of running in his fights, but he's undefeated. And he is one of the top guns in boxing. I mean, there's a couple other guys that are coming up that I like as well. And this is not a video about that, but as far as Mayweather's lifestyle, that's him. That's his personality. But as a fighter, I like him because he is undefeated. He did fight the best. He didn't, creep around and avoid certain people. So I commend him for that. Conor, I commend him for being a salesman. I know that the powers that be that organized this fight knew that stuff like this was going to happen, and it was going to be very controversial and blah blah blah, this and that. But I respect him as a martial artist. I mean, he's a southpaw fighter. I'm a southpaw fighter. And I do look at a lot of southpaw fighters, and I do see how they fight people and see how they move with certain things. So I respect him for being a martial artist and a southpaw fighter at that. Both of their personalities I don't really like too much. I have seen more of a humble side to both of them. I think that it's when they're threatened or someone challenges their talents or abilities is when the conceitedness comes out, or I guess when the bad side of them comes out. As far as a winner for the fight, I got my. I want to see Mayweather win because I do want to see him retire at 50-0. But I also want to see how Mayweather stands up against somebody who's going to be a brawler. I know that Conor hasn't boxed. He's 0-0. This is going to be his first boxing match. But just for me, I'd like to see him get and retire at 50-0. That'll give him, of course, more boasting rights. But, I would like to see him win. If Conor wins, congratulations to him. He's going to do something that a lot of martial artists, whether they're kickboxers, Thai boxers, MMA fighters, are not able to do. There's very, very few I can't think of his name, but martial artists that did like kickboxing that tried to transition to boxing. And it's not an easy feat or task. You would think a fight's a fight. Well, it is if you're fighting in the street. But it is a different area for the sport as well. And I do consider boxing a martial art. For me, martial arts is just a combative way of expressing yourself in a fight. That's why there's so many different arts. I consider wrestling a martial art because if you got into a fight and you're a wrestler, you're going to take the guy down. You're going to do what you know to defend yourself or face somebody in combat. And that's what you know is wrestling. So it's like I said, give or take with that. If Conor wins, he could win by doing a couple of things. Stuff that I would do. Of course, he would try to taunt Mayweather. If he can get Mayweather off his game, get him kind of confused, frustrated, come out, do some weird stances, and just make Mayweather think, what the heck is this guy doing? It may confuse Mayweather and throw him off his game some. He could go out there as they're tied up. He could throw him around, punch him in the back of the head, accidentally throw a knee or a kick to the leg. I don't think he'll do that, though. That'll be stupid. He'll get disqualified. But I do expect him to kind of rough him up and do some interesting stuff when he fights him. He could also do a spinning back fist. I'm not sure if that's legal or not in boxing, but I had thought at one point when I was going to box, I had thought about that technique too. Spinning back fist, spinning back jabs and crosses, because you're still hitting the opponent. I know some people do it with your back turned, so that may be illegal in boxing, but that's stuff that I even do when I spar and I box people, because I'm not a boxer to say to get in the ring and just go toe to toe with a boxer, because I don't box. I'm a martial artist where I use my hands and my feet together. So if McGregor wins, he may use some of those techniques. And he may have a surprise. He always comes in with some interesting stuff. I just don't agree upon some of the stuff he said. I mean, he's called Mayweather boy before, and to me, that's almost just like calling a black person the N-word. And I don't agree upon that, because I don't even like it when black people call each other that, or even other races call each other that. And he may be apologetic. He may have just gotten the moment and just been like, boy, get off me, like you ain't nothing to me. I don't know his intentions behind that, but I just didn't favor that. And he's conceded, which he should go in confident but not conceited, because I've seen a lot of conceited guys get checked. Mayweather's conceited too in some ways, but he's not that conceited to where he's talking down to him like he's just nothing. Now, I may have missed a couple of press conferences where certain things like that were said, but Mayweather's going to go in there and he's going to do what he's going to do. As far as his age is concerned, you guys, whatever. I'm 41 years old and I'm in better shape than 21-year-olds. And if you guys have seen any of my training videos, you'll see them up there. I can still run 2 miles in about 11:30, 11:45 or so. It's under 12 minutes. If it's 12 minutes, I run the whole thing over again. But before I run my 2 miles, I do 3 sets of 80 push-ups. I do some sit-ups, and I go out there and run because I want to be tired a little bit when I run. And then I'll come back and I'll do my whole workout thing. And that's me at the age of 41. So how Mayweather still is, Mayweather doesn't drink. I occasionally have drinks. Yes, I do. My diet's not the best in the world. I'm pretty sure Mayweather keeps his diet, especially before fights. So that's give or take. You may say your reflexes slow down a little bit. Yeah, it all depends on the person. I mean, there's 60, 70-year-old bodybuilders out there. There's 80-something-year-old woman, I think it is, black woman, that works out like she's in her 60s. So I think she's 70-something, or she looks like she's in her 50s. But, age is kind of just a number, but it depends on how your lifestyle is as well. And he doesn't drink from what we know of. He may slip one in every now and then, but he keeps himself pretty clean, and he takes his fighting pretty seriously as well because it's his profession. So, I expect Mayweather to be slow the first 1 or 2 rounds, maybe 3. I expect Conor to take advantage of that and go in, kind of go wild. But if Mayweather can weather the storm the first 2 or 3 rounds, I think he'll be fine. He doesn't need to play the rope-a-dope game where he gets backed into a corner and a guy tries to punch him and he goes out and he's able to evade him, because I'm pretty sure Conor's going to be doing some things. He may step on his foot. He may block him, keep him from going. He may do an accident elbow or headbutt. But we'll see. It's going to be very controversial. I'm not paying for the fight. I wouldn't pay for it. I'm going to a friend's house to watch it. But it's going to be interesting to see. So you guys let me know what you think. Put your comments below. Say what you want to say. It's not going to hurt my feelings at all. It is what it is. This is YouTube. It's free. You can do what you want. So anyway, guys, I'm about to get out of here. I'm going to go do my training, and then I'm going to drive some cars, and then I'm going to go watch this fight. So don't forget, as always, to like or dislike, subscribe if you have not, and stay tuned for more videos.